Good morning, everybody. This is Myron with Urban News Critical Thinking. This week segment is going to be about characteristics. How there's only a handful of characteristics. You always meet somebody that reminds you of somebody. We're going to talk about society. How we inherited a lot of our ancestors' flaws and way of thinking to where it kind of crippled us a little bit. Well, Urban News Critical Thinking, let's get into it. All right, so characteristics and personalities. First, let me give you a little background of why I came to this conclusion. I was a salesman. I used to sell magazines door to door, state to state. I did it for 17 years straight, back and forth. East Coast, West Coast, down south. 45 states, a bunch of different cities, 2 different countries, just Mexico and Canada. But I met a lot of people. I met a lot of people daily doing this. And what I learned was I became a really good salesman. Because I learned people's personalities. And what I learned was, out of everybody I talked to, no matter old, young, black, white, no matter, tall, small, don't matter. There was only a handful of characteristics and personalities. Everybody acted a certain way. So there's really not too many people that was unique. Like, dang, man, you always meet somebody that reminds you of your mom, your dad, your best friend, your cousin, your auntie. You'll always run into somebody and you talk to somebody. Sometimes they'll even look like them, like literally look like the person that they remind you of. I mean, it's really that crazy. And once I learned that there was only a handful of characteristics, I learned that you could treat them. I learned that you have to treat every characteristic accordingly, and they respond accordingly. So once you learn that there's a certain handful of characteristics, you learn how to deal with certain people. It's a lot easier. You can kind of bypass all the BS, because you already know how they're going to react and respond to a certain thing. Because you've been there with this kind of person before. Learning these characteristics is very crucial to being happy and being at peace. Because no matter where you go, you're going to run into these characteristics. That's what I learned traveling. No matter what job you have, no matter what neighbor you have, you're always going to have a neighbor that you don't like. You're always going to have an employee that you work with that you don't like. You're going to have a family member you don't like. But once you learn these personalities, you learn how to deal with that family member. You learn how to deal with that, coworker. You learn how to deal, with your neighbor. To where you can kind of, I hit my bug, but it's all good. We're out in nature, baby. Gotta enjoy it. Sun shining, beautiful. Anyway, you learn how to deal with that certain person. You know how to react. A lot of times, no response is the best response, man. Just show love. You know, it's the energy thing. You're vibrating at a certain level. So if you let one of those different personalities that, you know, carries around anger, you know, and hate disturb your energy, it kind of knocks your whole chakra off balance. So you're fighting yourself to stay happy. Instead of just learning, this person is going to be this person. He's going to do what he does. She's going to do what she does. So as long as you know that, you know how to treat them accordingly, man. Don't let them disturb your peace. See, the problem with the theory that I'm telling you, though, is the bad people know this as well. That, you know, the ones that want to spread hate, anger, jealousy, and all that. So they learned how to prey on your personality, how to prey on you. They know how to get up under your skin. The sad thing sometimes is, you know, it's the closest person to you that does it, you know the least expected, man. This is crazy, but they've learned how to prey on you. They learn that you get angry at certain things. They learn how to manipulate you in certain ways. So once you learn that most of it's a manipulation thing, you learn not to play into it. You gotta understand, you know, everybody's not gonna think like you. It's for good reason. We wouldn't learn nothing if everybody was the same. Probably a really boring life. Everybody doing the same thing. But okay, so once you learn these characteristics and personalities, you got to prepare yourself for that day. You know, especially if the person lives with you or whatnot. But you got to get up mentally and let yourself know this person is going to act this way today, just like he does every day, or she does every day. This person is going to say these kind of things, just like they do every day. So once you're in the mindset to where nothing can disturb you, pretty much happiness is wealth, not the dollars in your pocket, because people can still be miserable with a lot of money. Happiness is wealth. So once you get up for the day, prepare yourself that you're going to deal with these kind of people, but you refuse to let these kind of people disturb your peace. You got to learn that every choice you make is in your hands. You choose whether to react, to respond, to get mad, to be happy. You choose all of that. You choose how long to hate someone. You shouldn't hate at all, because I think it was Mandela that said, you know, jealousy and hate is like drinking poison and then hoping the other person dies. You know, you got to make that make sense. So what you choose, how to react to everything. You choose how you're going to feel today. You choose how you're going to deal with every situation. It's your choice. Now, knowing that, you have to prepare to deal with these sort of people. And I promise you, they'll try it a few more times. But once they learn that you're not going to react the way that they thought you was going to react, you're not going to respond the way that you thought they were going to respond, a couple things will happen. They'll try a new way, which won't work. Or they'll do something else that which won't work. And then they'll just pretty much fall off. And you'll be able to go on and enjoy your life, doing your thing. People only mess with people that they know is going to respond. They're going to get a reaction from. Some people are just not happy people, so Their whole day evolves around messing with you at work or messing with you on the computer. They have nothing else, man. This is all they have. This is what makes them happy. And as long as you're for everybody's happiness, but yours first, of course, make sure you're happy. Nothing to really ever be able to disturb you. As long as you're not comparing your life to somebody else's life. Because a lot of times, them people look happy, man, but they're not happy, man. They got so much going on behind closed doors. That's why you see them going through so much things, man. They go through so much. It's because they're doing so much wrong and so much evil out there. And trying to mask it like they're not, like they're just perfect. Nobody's perfect, man. But learn these personalities. And then you'll learn how to deal with them people. So, because all the personalities and all that stuff ties into the laws of attraction. You'll never be able to manifest anything or get anything from God until you learn how to be just happy with what you have. It's all tied into the laws of attraction, man. Happiness is the key to everything, and being able to vibrate at a happy level, at a wealthy level. The 1% knows a lot of this, and this is what they pretty much use to get their method. They learned the personalities, but they also learned the needs of the people and the wants of the people, what they need out there. And they created a business around that, them personalities. They'll cater to a certain group of people, a certain group of personalities. But it all falls back into happiness. They wanted to make them people happy. They wanted to make them people feel like they do. So they developed something around that. But learning these personalities is crucial in so many different things that you want to do in life. Learn these characteristics. You'll see them all day, every day. All right, now we're going to switch over to something else. Society. See, now society has been programmed since dang in the beginning. Everybody's been programmed that happiness looks one certain way, or success looks one certain way, or we're supposed to talk one certain way, act one certain way, supposed to be one certain way. And if you don't fit into that little box, then they label you an outcast. But why is that? A lot of that's control. You really can't tell anyone how to be happy or what makes them happy. You can't tell nobody what success is to them, but success to everybody else is different. Success to you is different than success to me. Happiness to you is different than happiness to me. So when society is telling you you have to do this to be happy, you're trying to fit into that box, and you're wondering why you're not happy. It's because you're trying to fit into a box that you shouldn't try to fit into. You don't fit into that box. You're designed to stand out and do your own thing. We all have our own journey, our own path that God has gave us. But society is pretty much trained to tell people what they can't do. Oh, that's impossible. The first thing you do with anything is you got to believe and have faith. It's really that simple. There's no big secret. There's no cheat code. There's no get rich scheme. There's none of that. You got to stay consistent, persistent. And you got to believe and have faith and know that things is going to work out. But anyway, back to society. So when knowing that you was born with free will, and you choose what happiness is to you and what success is to you, it opens you up to real happiness, true happiness. Because now you're no longer trying to fit in to this little box or this category of what you're supposed to be, of what society says you're supposed to be. A lot of people just go through the motions every day. They get up every day, put their clothes on, go to work, come back home, sleep, get up and do the same thing again. And then before you know it, they're like, dang, where has time gone? Because you're going through the motions. They say happiness and success, you're supposed to have this big old white picket fence and, or, nice house and, one dog, 2 kids, a girl and a boy. That's not reality. That's not reality. Maybe on a movie, There's a lot of wealthy people that's miserable. And there's a lot of more poor people and even homeless that's happier than the wealthy. Money's not happiness, like I said in another segment. You can't confuse those. Wealth is not happiness. You being happy brings that stuff into your life. Because you're telling the universe, this is what you like, this is what you want. But with society, it's not designed for you to win. It's designed for you to stay in debt. It's designed for you to lose. And it's designed for control. They raise you since you were a kid of what you're supposed to do. Starting from when you start buying your toys. What do you buy most of the boys for them when they're kids? You buy them guns, superhero things, construction things, grill things. You buy them boy things. What do you buy for little girls? You buy them dolls. They do hair, they do makeup. They cook. They're training and prepping you since you're a baby. And then you go to school for almost 8 hours a day. And as soon as you graduate, what do you gotta do? You gotta work 8 hours a day. They're molding you from birth and to be a certain way. Girls are supposed to be this way, boys are supposed to be this way. Black folks are supposed to be this way, white folks are supposed to be this way. But there's really no certain way you are supposed to be. You're supposed to be you. You can't talk a certain way or act a certain way or be a certain way. That's society putting a label to things, trying to control things. You was designed unique so you can stand out. That's how we get evolution. The unique people that stand out. That's why we evolve. The people that don't just go with the flow. That's how we evolve. You can't let society tell you what happiness is to you. You can't let society tell you what success is to you. You can't let society tell you what beauty is. You can't let society tell you what shape you're supposed to be, how tall you're supposed to be, how short you're supposed to be. You can't let society tell you these things. This is why you're unhappy. Because you're listening to society instead of listening to that inner voice inside you, that inner God telling you that you're perfect the way you are. You was made the way you are for a reason. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, but what I want to say is pretty much don't let society control the way you think and the way you view you and the way you view life should be. Life is exactly the way it's supposed to be. Anyway, Myron Williams, Urban News, Critical Thinking, signing out. Love you guys, man. Peace and love, everybody.